Good afternoon and welcome to Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island for this afternoon's swim meet between your Seekonk High Warriors and Apponequet and Old Rochester. I am your host, Jeremy Abreu. I'll be taking you through the live streaming festivities today. You have a live look right now at your Warriors just beginning their warm-ups. Everyone got in the pool probably about 5 minutes ago, so I think our 2:30 start time today is going to be a little behind the pace, but that's okay. We got enough things to talk about here. It's been a very interesting year, right, as COVID continues to wreak havoc on the world and on sports. So once again, this will be a virtual swim meet, as all of the swim meets within the South Coast Conference are this year. So just a quick check. I know we have 3 people currently on the live stream. If you could jump into the live chat, anyone, and let me know how the audio sounds and how the video looks, that would be appreciated before we continue to go on here. Again, Jeremy Abreu here live from Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island on this frigid Friday here. Same order of events as last week, right? So we'll start off with the 200 medley relay. We'll move on to the 200 free. We'll move on to the 200 IM, followed by the 50 free. We're not going to do any diving. We have diving on the thing. That don't have any diving facilities here at Pods. That'll be followed by the 100 fly, 100 free, 500 free, 200 free, 100 backstroke, 100 breast, and we'll finish out with the 400-yard freestyle relay. And we have our first commenter, Exotic Bullet, chiming in, telling me audio sounds good. Hopefully the video is good too, so I appreciate you taking the time. And one thing that has struck me, and I didn't realize it, so last year, as many of you know, I believe it was the first year in a while in Seekonk where junior high schoolers were offered the opportunity to swim with the high school team. So I know we had last year Corinne Cartwright, we had Addison Abreu. There may have been another 8th grader. I don't know if there were any 7th graders. I don't believe there were last year. But as I went around just a few minutes ago before the swimmers got into the pool to warm up, to figure out their grades is in terms of what year they were, we have a lot of youth on the team. So I know from a 7th grade perspective, we have Sawyer Mello, we have Colin Amaral. From an 8th grade perspective, we have Hannah Tadros. We probably have others. So you know what would be a great help to me if you're here and you're listening and you want to pop into the live chat and tell me what year your son or daughter is. That would be fantastic, and it would help me tremendously because I don't have years on the score sheet here. Can just go over the events, but I don't have years. Always good to put some perspective, behind what year each of our swimmers are. Avery, go out into the hallway. I think I left my phone at the snack bar. Go check. It's probably at the snack bar. Go grab it. Okay, back here live at Pods. Once again, it's about 2:21. You're taking a live view at your Seekonk Warriors in their warm-ups for this swim meet today versus Apponequet and Old Rochester. It was a great showing last week by all the swimmers. We'll look to build off that this week. And I want to welcome, we're up to 8 viewers right now, 9 viewers, slowly increasing our audience here. I appreciate everyone taking the time to join us here this afternoon for the meet. To spin you around here to take a full view of the facilities here at Pods. Many of you have been here before or seen the inside. It's a very beautiful, well-kept facility. Once again, thank you to owner Susan Pascal and her staff for keeping the facility in as great of condition as it is and really making sure that the health and safety of all of the patrons, including your Seekonk High Warriors, are cared for here this afternoon. So once again, we will be alternating this afternoon. I believe girls will go first, followed by boys. So let me run through what the girls' events looks like here today. And Kristen Cartwright chiming in. Yes, Kristen, thank you so much for telling me your daughter was a freshman. I did not know that. Insert sarcasm here. Thank you. I'm just kidding. Corinne and Addison are schoolmates and swim teammates also for a Gator Swim Club here in Seekonk. All right, so we're going to start off with the 200-yard medley relay. There will be two entrants on the girls' side. The first will feature Addison Abreu, Corinne Cartwright, Caroline Turen, and Caroline Eddy. The second entrant will feature Jay Lapina, Ella Girardi, Emily Seals, and Hannah Tadros. Okay, we'll move on to the 200-yard freestyle. We'll feature Addison Abreu, Hannah Baldassi, and Grace Baldassi. The 200 IM will feature Corinne Cartwright and Caroline Eddy. The 50 free will feature Abby Ricard, Caroline Turen, and Hannah Tadros. The 100 butterfly will feature Jay Lapina, Caroline Eddy. The 100 free will feature Ella Girardi, Hannah Baldassi, and Emily Seals. The 500 free today will feature Jay Lapina, Caroline Turen, and Hannah Tadros. That will be followed by the 200 freestyle relay. There will be two entries on the ladies' side. The first will feature Addison Abreu, Ella Girardi, Hannah Baldassi, and Grace Baldassi. The second will feature Corinne Cartwright, Jay Lapina, Abby Ricard, and Caroline Eddy. We'll move on to the 100 back, which will feature Addison Abreu, Ella Girardi, and Grace Baldassi. The 100 breaststroke will feature Corinne Cartwright, Abby Ricard, and Emily Seals. And we'll finish out on the girls' side with the 400 freestyle relay with Hannah Baldassi and Grace Baldassi, Abby Ricard, and Caroline Turen on the female side. Okay, now let's get into the boys' side. One thing though I did want to mention here that our senior, one of our seniors, Caroline Turen, has committed to the College of Charleston for the fall. So I wanted to give Caroline and her family a big congratulations on that. Should be great, beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. So congratulations to Caroline Turen for that. Now let's move over to the boys. There will not be any entries on the 200 medley relay. 200 freestyle will be swam by Chris Strizars. The 200 IM will be swam by Sawyer Mello. The 50 free will be swam by Noah Tadros and Colin Emerald. The 100 fly will be swam by Nick Yang. The 100 free will be swam by Noah Tadros and Colin Emerald. The 5 free will be swam by Sawyer Mello. The 200 freestyle relay will be swam by Chris Strizars, Sawyer Mello, Nick Yang, and Colin Emerald. The 100 back will be swam by Nick Yang. The 100 breast will be swam by Chris Strizars, and the 400 freestyle relay will be swam by Nick Yang, Noah Tadros, Sawyer Mello, and Chris Strizars. So as we go along, folks, I'll continue to keep you abreast of who's swimming what and where as far as lane assignments are concerned. If you look at the pod's pool, so lane 1 is the furthest from the camera on the top of the screen. Lane 6 is the closest to. And I see we have 13 people out there right now. So I would ask, please, folks, let's not be shy. Jump into the live chat. Let me know who's out there. Let me know who you're rooting for. Love to get some excitement, which I try and pass along to the swimmers as well as they continue to do their warm-ups here at Pod Swimming in East Providence. Wanted to thank, I don't know who we have for timers today. I know Coach Cameron was looking for timers. I don't know if he's still in need of timers. I do see Ken Cartwright here, so thank you to Ken for volunteering to time here this afternoon. But if any of our listening audience is out in the parking lot and you are interested in timing, I think we could certainly use a hand, and it would give you an opportunity to see your swimmer live here at Pods. So please let us know in the chat, or just come to the door and we'll let you know if we still need you here. Once again, Seekonk Warriors going through a warm-up here. We only have one official so far, so I think we're waiting on a second official. It is always nice to have my mother chime in on the live stream and tell me I'm doing a good job. I had to actually pay her to do that, so thanks, Mom. Appreciate that. But we don't have a lot of participation here in the live chat, so I'd love to hear from you and who you're rooting for. I'm sure we have a lot of families out there listening this afternoon to their sons or daughters swimming here. So we'd love to hear who we have out in the audience. Going to take a 10 to 15 second break in the action, and we'll be right back here from Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. Okay, so we're back here at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island for this afternoon swim meet between your Seekonk High Warriors and Apponequet and Old Rochester. Almost ready to go here. It's 2:30. We were supposed to start at 2:30, but we're going to be a little bit late on that as Seekonk is still going through their warm-ups. Think we're winding down with the warm-ups here, but wanted to give a special shout out to someone in our listening audience today. We have Julia Pelchat, who is a big fan of the Seekonk High swim team. Julia is a standout sophomore swimmer for Bishop Feian High School. So a big hello to Julia out there. And also, in case you all didn't see it, we had a little bit of a tragedy a couple nights ago connected to Bishop Feian, as one of their hockey players suffered a spinal cord injury during the game the other night. So most of you may have heard about this on the news or read about it. I believe the young man's name is AJ Guetta. So we certainly, and I probably mispronounced his name incorrectly, so we certainly pass along our thoughts to him and his family on a quick and speedy recovery.
If you are not racing, you should have a mask on, just like you did for the relays.
All right, so we have another listener chiming in. Stephanie, thank you for taking the time to join us today. Stephanie's Sawyer's mom. Will be rooting hard for Sawyer here this afternoon here at Pods, as you see a live view of Coach Cameron giving some last-minute instructions to the team out there today here at Pods. We talked about this last week. Very difficult to maintain that competitive edge and to get that adrenaline flowing when you're not swimming against anybody. So there are many races today where there's only one swimmer in the pool. So from a competitive standpoint, very difficult to get jazzed up for that. So big congratulations to all of these swimmers here from Seekonk, and really any of the high school swimmers around the state who are facing the same thing with this swim season. So we're going to get started here with the girls. So the first event will be the 200-yard medley relay in lane.
Lane number 1, Caroline Terene, Emily Seals, Caroline Eddie.
So we're going to be led off by Addison Abreu, the team of Addison Abreu, Jayla Pina, Corinne Cartwright, and Ella Girardi will be in lane 2. In lane 1 will be Caroline Terene, Emily Sears, Caroline Eddy, and Hannah Tadros. Again, I would certainly ask for your help here. If I'm pronouncing anybody's name wrong, do not feel bad to jump into the live chat and correct me here. Trying to do my best, but I'm not always on the right side of pronunciations. Let's put it that way. So we're just about ready to get going here. It looks like we are going to go with one official today. You'll see the swimmers are lined up. You're going to have Caroline Terene and Addison Abreu swimming the first leg against each other in that 200 medley relay. Terene is in lane 1. Abreu is in lane 2. The whistle has blown, and we're ready to go here from Pods in East Providence, Rhode Island. This is the 200-yard medley relay. It's again Terene in lane 1, Abreu in lane 2. Abreu off to a quick start with Terene not far behind. Abreu will hand off here to Jayla Pina. Seems to have a little equipment malfunction here. Caroline Terene is handing off to Emily Seals, and she is in the pool a little bit late. I think she had an equipment malfunction here. We're going to move over to lane 2 and watch Pina as she swims the breaststroke portion of the 200 medley relay, which is her best event. She will hand off to freshman, Corinne Cartwright in lane 2. Cartwright is in the water. As you see, Seals also in lane 1. Cartwright was off to a very quick start here in the 200 fly. So Corinne will hand it off to Ella Girardi. You see Caroline Eddy in the water as well right now. Girardi is in the pool. Caroline Eddy is in lane 1 doing the butterfly, while Ella Girardi will take us home in lane 2 with the freestyle. Eddy is at the wall finishing up her final 25, and Girardi is about to bring it home. So it's going to be lane 2. It's going to be the team of Abreu, Pina, Cartwright, and Girardi that take it here. Don't have the time, but they were very fast here this afternoon, and you're going to see Seals hand it over to Hannah Tadros, and she will bring us home from freestyle from lane 1 here. So Hannah is an 8th grader. So it's just remarkable that this team is filled with so many youngsters on the 7th and 8th grade side that are able to compete. And when you think about it, if these swimmers continue through high school, they will be able to compete at the high school level for 6 years, which is an experience that not many people get to take advantage of. So you see Tadros finishing up here in lane 1. Great job by both teams of swimmers here. That will round out the 200 medley relay. All right, so we're going to be combining the heats here with the 200 freestyle. So in lane 5 from the boys' side will be Chris Strizars. In lane 2 will be Addison Abreu. In lane 1 will be Hannah Baldassi, and in lane 3 will be Grace Baldassi. So the Baldassi sisters coming at you from lanes 1 and 3 here this afternoon. So this is good that we're combining heats. I know we didn't do much of that last week, and we had the opportunity to do that. So this is the 200 free. Again, Strizar's in lane 5, Abreu in lane 2, Hannah Baldassi lane 1, Grace Baldassi in lane 3. We are just about ready to go here. And we are off. Little bit of a flinch there by Addison Abreu in lane 2. It does not look like the officials caught that at the start. Been a problem of that particular swimmers for a little while. As you see, Strizar's here in lane 5. He leads the way, followed by Abreu in lane 2 as the swimmers finish their first 50. You can disregard lane 6 right now. Lane 6 is basically being used as a cool down lane or a warm down lane for the swimmers who just swam. Not part of the competition here. So again, we're led here by Strizars in 5, Abreu in lane 2, the Baldassi sisters at the top of the screen here in lanes 1 and lane 3. Hannah leading the way, slightly ahead of Grace. So we take you to the near end of the pool with Abreu and Strizars. Almost stroke for stroke. Strizars is out in front a little bit here. As we go back to the Baldassi sisters in lanes 1 and 3, Hannah and Grace. You'll hear some good encouragement here by their Seekonk High teammates, cheering them on. As we take you back here, lane 5, Strizars, lane 2, Abreu. They're really close. Hannah Baldassi in lane 1, Grace in lane 3 at the middle of the pool here. As we continue on with this 200-yard freestyle, we're going to show you the Baldassi sisters make their turn here. And they're going to intersect with Strizars and Abreu in lanes 5 and 2 respectively here. Strizars will be a winner in lane 5, followed by Abreu in lane 2. We have both Hannah and Grace Baldassi finishing up here. Grace making a little bit of a move on Hannah here. Hannah has had the lead for most of the race. They hit the flags. Hannah is in first. Can she hold off Grace? And she will. Hannah Baldassi in lane 1 will come in third, followed by Grace Baldassi coming in fourth right behind her. Great race between the two sisters there. Outstanding performances all the way around here. All right, next event's going to be the 200 IM. We have Chef Scooby checking in, rooting for Hannah and Noah Tadros. So Chef Scooby, thanks for joining us today. Appreciate that. As we're up to 14 folks. All right, so 200 IM is going to feature Sawyer Mello in lane 5, Corinne Cartwright in lane 2, and Caroline Eddy in lane 1. So again, from the top of your screen, you're going to have Eddy in lane 1, Cartwright in lane 2, and Sawyer Mello in lane 5. This is the 200 IM. Great start by Cartwright there in lane 2. So after the first 50, it will be Cartwright from Seekonk High leading the way, followed by Sawyer Mello in lane 5. And Caroline Eddy, who is in lane 1, as the swimmers have now all transitioned over to the backstroke. Once again, I would mention, please disregard anything in lane 6, which is the closest to the camera position, as that is being used as a warm down lane. So we have Cartwright out to a comfortable lead in the backstroke here, and Sawyer Mello, 7th grader, Sawyer Mello here in lane 5, looking very strong here. Great job by Sawyer, as well as Caroline Eddy in lane 1. So all these swimmers doing a fantastic job, as Cartwright has made the transition over to breaststroke here in the 200 IM. You see her in lane 2, Mello in lane 5. And we have Eddy, who has now transitioned to breaststroke in lane 1. So you can see in lane 2 here, Cartwright has hit the flag. She'll transition over to the final stroke, which will be freestyle. She'll be followed by Sawyer Mello here in lane 5, who will make that transition himself from breaststroke over to freestyle. And they will be followed by Caroline Eddy in lane 1. But as you can see, coming home here in lane 2, it will be Corinne Cartwright in lane 2, leading the way here. She'll finish first in this 200 IM. She'll be followed in second place by Sawyer Mello. As you can see, Sawyer here in lane 5. Toward the bottom of your screen, once again, Sawyer, a 7th grader. Fantastic job here. We have Caroline Eddy in lane 1. The top of the screen here. We're going to ISO on Caroline a little bit here. Here we go. Get a little closer vantage point for our broadcasting audience out there. Caroline has hit the wall. She's finishing her last 25 here. Oops, I get ahead of the camera a little bit there. Great teamwork and great enthusiasm by all of these Seekonk High swimmers, cheering each other on as Eddy touches the wall and finishes the 200 IM. Great job by Caroline Eddy there, finishing up. It's going to bring us to the 50 free. So 50 free will feature in lane 1, Caroline Turen. In lane 2, Abby Ricard. In lane 3, Hannah Tadros. In lane 4, Colin Amaral, another 7th grader on the team. And in lane 5, Noah Tadros. So this will be the 50 free. It looks... So unlike last week, we will be combining here most of the boys and girls heats, which will make this meet go extremely faster than last week, and it was already fast. Once again, in lane 1, you're going to have Caroline Turen. In lane 2, Abby Ricard. In lane 3, Hannah Tadros. In lane 4, Colin Amaral. And in lane 5, Noah Tadros. We have the Tadros siblings racing against each other. Should provide for some interesting conversation tonight at the dinner table. Let's see who's able to take it home. But once again, this is the 50 free. Don't blink or you will miss it. Here we go. So it looks like we have Abby Ricard in lane 2, followed by Caroline Turen in lane 1, with Colin Amaral not far behind. Let's see, can Ricard hold off Turen? Turen making a late push. It's going to be Abby Ricard in lane 2, followed by Caroline Turen, Colin Amaral, Noah Tadros, and Hannah Tadros. Great job by the swimmers there in the 50 free. Just like that. Looks like Caroline Turan may have jammed her hand at the end of that race, but she's okay. Okay, so the swimmers are going to do a little bit of a cool down here. Our next event is going to be the 100 fly. In lane 1 will be Caroline Eddy, in lane 2 will be Jayla Pina, and in lane 5 will be Nick Yang. So Eddy in 1, Pina in 2, Yang in lane 5 for this next event, which is the 100 fly. See, we have 15 people now on the live chat, or on the live stream. We don't have 15 people in the live chat. I'd love to hear from you. Whoever is out there, parents of these Seekonk High School swimmers, please, I'd love to hear you check in. Let me know who you are, who you're rooting for. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast here this afternoon. So Turan did jam her hand at the end of that last race. Little tiny laceration on her thumb, but she's dealing with it. It's a tough kid out there. Father Rob was a former offensive lineman at Holy Cross. So big shout out to Rob Turan and Holy Cross football this afternoon. So you're watching a lot of nothing right now. These swimmers are basically just doing a little bit of a warm down here. We've gone in rapid fire succession here this afternoon. The next event will be the 100 butterfly. We'll feature in lane 1 Caroline Eddy, in lane 2 Jayla Pina, and in lane 5 will be Nick Yang with the 100 fly here this afternoon. So far, a great job by all of these Seekonk High School swimmers here. All right, we got some more enthusiasm in the live chat here. We got Kristen Cartwright checking in. Love the enthusiasm, love hearing who's out there on the broadcast and who you're rooting for. So if you have a chance to jump into the live stream, or the live chat, I should say, please do so. Let me know who's out there. We're almost getting ready here for the 100 fly. Once again, we've been combining the boys and the girls here this afternoon. So in lane 1 will be Caroline Eddy, in lane 2, Jayla Pina, and in lane 5 will be Nick Yang. So a little bit of a break in the action here. So you see Addison Abreu, who is at the scorer's table here, or the video table, I should say. It's funny how everyone becomes camera shy when the camera is pointed right at them. So we're almost ready to go here with this 100 fly here. As you can see, the Seekonk coaches giving some coaching and instruction to their swimmers. So it looks like the warm down is done. We still have a little break in the action here. So Pina's going to be in lane 2, Eddy in 1, Yang in 5 for the 100 butterfly when we get back underway here at Pod Swimming this afternoon here in East Providence, Rhode Island on this frigid Friday. TGIF to everyone out there. Okay, so we have Yang lined up in 5. Pina is ready to go in lane 1. Caroline Eddy making her way to the starting block. She'll be in lane 1 for this 100 butterfly here this afternoon. Eddie getting some last-minute coaching from head coach Brian Cameron. The officials are ready. Swimmers are ready. Here we go, folks. This is the 100-yard butterfly. Pina in lane 2, Eddie in 1, Nick Yang in lane 5. As you see, Pina in lane 2 out to a blazing start. Pina and Yang leading the way here. Caroline Eddy must be tired. Caroline just finished her 200 IM, seems like 2 minutes ago, and now she's right back out in the 100 fly, one of the most grueling races. As you can see, Jayla Pina leading the way in lane 2. One of the standouts here on the Seekonk High School swim team. Nick Yang in lane 5, not too far behind her. Great performance here by Yang out of lane 5, but we're going to show you Pina here in lane 2. She's going to take the 100 fly. She'll be followed by Nick Yang in lane 5. And really nice to see all of Caroline Eddy's teammates cheering her on and giving some encouragement here. She must be exhausted, ladies and gentlemen. She just got done swimming the 2 IM. The 50 free happened, and then she had to get right back in the pool for the 100 butterfly. So fantastic job by Caroline. She's hit the flags. She will finish up here. Outstanding work all the way around in the 100 fly here. Okay, so that's going to bring us to the 100 freestyle. In lane 1, Hannah Baldassi. In lane 2, Ella Girardi. In lane 3, Emily Seals. In lane 4, Colin Amaral. And in lane 5, Noah Tadros. Once again, this is the 100 freestyle, as the swimmers are making their way to the starting blocks here at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. This, ladies and gentlemen, is unlike any other swim meets that your swimmers have been used to, with a lot of time in between events, right? There's not a lot of time here. So these are pretty much rapid fire events here, with the swimmers not getting much downtime, and it certainly has an impact. As you saw, Eddie got out that performance in the 100 fly, which she did a great job. See, the officials are ready here. This is the 100-yard freestyle. So we'll have 4 laps of freestyle here. Ella Girardi and Hannah Baldassi in lanes 2 and 1 respectively, off to a very quick start. Girardi with about a half of a body length lead on Baldassi in lane 1, as both swimmers make the turn, completing their first 50. Going to pick up Girardi and Baldassi again. Girardi looks like she's extended her lead in lane 2. Will Hannah have enough to catch her? Let's see. Fatigue becomes a big factor here, and Hannah Baldassi is making her move on Girardi here. She's in lane 1. Girardi is in lane 2. They've hit the flags. Who's it going to be? And it's going to be, looks like it was Baldassi in lane 1. With the comeback, she may have out-touched Girardi here in a fantastic race for the first and second place positions. As you'll see in the second group, it's going to be Tadros in lane 5, who touches first, followed by Amaral in 4 and Emily Seals in lane 3. But Baldassi and Girardi were locked in a race, and I think Hannah got the win there with a slight out touch of Ella, but we will not know until after the meet because I don't have times or touchpads. So great job there by all of the swimmers. This will take us, folks, into the longest event of the day, which is the 500 freestyle, an event which mostly every kid dreads, but they all do a great job when they swim it. So 500 free will feature in lane 1, Caroline Turen. In lane 2, Jayla Pina. In lane 3, Hannah Tadros. And in lane 5, Sawyer Mello. So we're going to need to get timers and everything, counters set up for the swimmers. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Jayla Pina's older brother, Troy. So Troy was a standout swimmer here in the southeastern Massachusetts area. And Troy swam collegiately at St. Peter's in New Jersey and is now currently a police recruit for the South Kingstown Police Department, currently in the academy right now. So, big shout out to Troy Pina if he's out there this afternoon. So this is the 500 free, folks. There's a lot of time to fill. This is not the most exciting race that you will see today. But if one of your children is swimming, it will be one of the most exciting races. As you see Jayla Pina out to an early lead, but I'll tell you what's impressed me most this afternoon is Sawyer Mello, this 7th grader here, competing in the 500, holding his own against swimmers quite a bit older than he is at some point. So great job to Sawyer and all of the other 7th and 8th graders that are competing here on the Seekonk High School swim team. As you see, Pina in lane 2 continues to lead the way here, followed by Mello in lane 5, Caroline Turen in lane 1, and Hannah Tadros in lane 3. So I'm going to do my best to try and give everybody some equal time here, since this is such a long race. So we're going to give you some Hannah Tadros time. As you see Hannah make the turn in lane 3, we're going to stick with her for a little bit. As you can also see Jayla Pina in lane 2. Hannah, of course, as I mentioned before, and her brother Noah, both on the Seekonk swim team here. As you see Pina finishing up lap 7. Hannah finishing up lap 5. And again, it goes without saying, and it cannot be overstated, the fatigue factor here is incredible. In a normal swim meet, we typically take about 2.5 hours to get a complete swim meet done. And in our expedited environment here in these virtual meets, we'll be done in about an hour here today. So it's great for efficiency. It's not great as far as rest is concerned for the swimmers. Going to shift our attention to Sawyer Mello here. He's in lane 5. He's motoring along here. In this 500, you'll see Sawyer is going to finish his 9th lap here. Pina in lane 2. She's on lap 11. And Turen in lane 1. Our College of Charleston committee, she's going to be finishing her 9th lap. As we go pull the camera back to give you a little wider view of the action here. Tadros in 3, Pina in 4, Turen in lane 1. Sawyer Mello towards the bottom of your screen here in lane 5. going to take you down to the far end of the pool. You know, team enthusiasm is really one of the main things that helps these swimmers get through a long event like today. And great sportsmanship. As you can see, all of the Seekonk High swimmers lined up at the far end of the pool, cheering on their teammates. They certainly need it in this rather grueling 500 freestyle. As you see, Sawyer Mello in lane 5 there, Tadros in 3, Teren in 1, and Jayla Pina in lane 2. So Pina will be finishing her 15th lap next time she goes around here. Going to bring you in, give you a little bit of the action on lane 1. That's Caroline Teren, who is a senior at the top of the screen. Caroline will be finishing her 13th lap. Caroline is also an employee here at Pods, as is Corinne Cartwright. So not only do these kids get to work here, but they get to spend a lot of time here practicing as well as we come out wide. This is the bell lap. That's for Jayla Pina. This will be her last lap. So Pina has hit the wall. She will make the turn for her final 25. We have Sawyer Mello, who has 3 more laps to go. At the bottom of the screen here in lane 5. So we're going to stick with Sawyer for a bit, and then we'll hand it off to Tadros and Teren. This is the bell lap here for Sawyer, as he's got 1 more 25 to finish once he touches the wall here.
Hey, you broke 6!
Great job by Mello here, and he's done. We'll take it to Caroline Teren. She's got 3 more laps to go. She's in lane 1. Again, not a lot of rest time for these swimmers. A lot of fatigue setting in, which also brings in nutrition and hydration as well. Got to be hydrated to prevent that muscle cramping. It looks like all of these kids are well hydrated, doing a great job here. So Teren is coming along here. This will be her final lap and a half. She's in lane 1 at the top of your screen. As you see, Hannah Tadros finishing lap 17. So you'll see Teren here finishing out. She's in lane 1. Congratulations and great job by Caroline Teren. We'll bring you to Hannah Tadros, who is doing a great job gutting out this 500 performance here this afternoon. So Hannah's made the turn. She's got about a lap and a half left here. You can hear her teammates very loudly cheering her on. Again, great sportsmanship exhibited by the Seekonk High swim team from both the boys and the girls side. Tadros looking like she's picking up the pace here a little bit, getting that last bit of energy here. As she hits the flag, she's going to finish out the 500 free. So outstanding job by all of the swimmers here in the 500 free. So we're going to move on now. I think, all right, so no rest for the weary. They're going to move on to lane 6 to do their warm down. We're going to move on to the 200 freestyle relay, which will feature in lane 2, Addison Abreu, Corinne Cartwright, Ella Girardi, and Jayla Pina. In lane 1, Hannah Baldassi, Abby Ricard, Grace Baldassi, and Caroline Eddy. And in lane 5, Chris Strizars, Nick Yang, Sawyer Mello, and Colin Amaral. So Sawyer, no rest for Sawyer. He's right back at it. Does a 500 free, then he's going to come back and bang out a 200 free relay. So Abreu in lane 2, Baldassi in lane 1, Strizars in lane 5. This is going to be the 200-yard freestyle relay. And that was Hannah's first 500 ever completed, Hannah Tadros. So great job to Hannah out there. That 500, not an easy event. She handled it very easily. So congratulations to Hannah out there for that big accomplishment. And here we go, folks. This is the 200-yard freestyle relay. So you have Strizars in 5, Abreu in 2, Baldassi in 1. So Abreu and Strizars very close here. Abreu's going to hand off to Cartwright. Cartwright is first in the water. Strizars with the handoff to Nick Yang. And in lane 1, we have Abby Ricard in the water here for the 200 freestyle. So Cartwright going to hand it off to Girardi here in lane 2. Ella is in the water. They are your leaders. As you see, Sawyer Mello once again in lane 5. And this kid has a motor on him, folks. He just got done the 500. He has definitely cut into the lead of Girardi in lane 2. Girardi's going to hand off to Jayla Pina. Sawyer's going to hand it off to Colin Amaral here. Pina is in the water in lane 2. Amaral's in lane 5. So you'll see here, this is going to be all lane 2 as Jayla Pina will finish up 200 free relay. You'll see Colin Amaral, the bottom of your screen here, in lane 5. And in lane 1, it's going to be Caroline Eddy finishing up. So I have a feeling kids like Caroline Eddy and Sawyer Mello are going to have some good night sleeps tonight. Very active today. So this is going to bring us to the 100 backstroke. We will have Addison Abreu in lane 2, Ella Girardi in lane 1, Grace Baldassi in lane 3, and Nick Yang in lane 5. So once again, lane 6 is being used as a warm down lane after the swimmers are done. Caroline Eddy making her way over to lane 6. Once again, this is the 100 backstroke. Girardi in lane 1, Abreu in lane 2, Baldassi in lane 3, Nick Yang in lane 5. The official is ready. The swimmers are ready. Here we go, folks, the 100-yard backstroke. They're off. Good clean start. It's Abreu in lane 2. leading the way. Looks like we have Yang in lane 5 in the second place position. Girardi in lane 1 in a battle with Grace Baldassi in lane 3. It was a Bruel out first in her first 50. She's about to hit the wall and make the turn here for her final 25 here this afternoon. Nick Yang is in lane 5. He's in second place. We're going to follow a Brew here. She's hitting the flags. It will be Addison Abreu in lane 2. In first. That will be followed by Nick Yang in lane 5. In second, Ella Girardi in lane 1.
Nice job, Nick.
And Grace Baldassi in lane 3, rounding it out here. So great job to all of these swimmers here in the 100 back.
Good job, Grace. Good job, Noah.
So we're going to move on to the 100-yard breaststroke. And folks, this is the second to last event of the afternoon here. We're going to be done with this meet in less than an hour. You're going to see Abby Ricard in lane 1, Corinne Cartwright in lane 2, Emily Seals in lane 3, and Chris Strizars in lane 5.
Who was it? Grace. 22.64.
Okay, so Ricard in lane 1, Cartwright lane 2, Emily Seals in lane 3, Strizars in lane 5. This is the 100-yard breaststroke. So Strizars and Cartwright leading the way here in lanes 5 and 2 respectively. Strizars the only boys entrant here for the 100 breasts. Cartwright leading the way in lane 2 for your Warriors. Abby Ricard in lane 1 at the top of the screen. Third place position, and Emily Seals rounding it out here in lane 3. Going to bring it back to Strizars and Cartwright here. They lead the way. Strizars has hit the wall. He's coming for home. Very impressive performance from Chris in the 100 breast here this afternoon at Pods. He's going to touch the wall. Great job by Strizars. He'll be followed by Cartwright in lane 2 at the top of the screen. Also with Abby Ricard and Emily Seals following. So it'll be Ricard in lane 1 who takes third. Seals in lane 3 will take third. And that, folks, brings us to our final event of the day. And yes, Emily Seals is another of the middle school swimmers on this very youthful Seekonk High School team this year. So, we're going to have 2 entrants in the 400 free relay. The girls will feature Hannah Baldassi, Abby Ricard, Grace Baldassi, and Caroline Turan. The boys will have Nick Yang, Sawyer Mello, Noah Tadros, and Chris Strizars. So once again, I agree with Kristen Cartwright out there. I'm very impressed by the youth of this team, with many 7th and 8th graders and freshmen all competing here for the high school team. So this is definitely setting up Seekonk High with a very bright future as far as swimming is concerned. So leading off for the boys is going to be Nick Yang in lane 5. For the girls, it will be Hannah Baldassi in lane 2. So once again, this is the last event of the afternoon, the 400-yard freestyle relay. Baldassi in lane 2, Yang in lane 5. Here we go. So once again, I'll take this time to thank each and every one of you out there on the broadcast. We had some technical difficulties last week, which prevented any audio, but we're back and better than ever this week with audio. So I hope everybody has enjoyed the broadcast here. As you see, Yang and Baldassi complete their first 50 here in this 400-yard freestyle relay this afternoon. I'll also say if you have any suggestions as to how to improve the broadcast for a future meet, don't be afraid to email me, put it in the live chat, reach out to me individually, however you want. Open to suggestions, but we're just happy to be able to bring this to you so you have an opportunity to see your kids swim. Okay, Mello is in the pool, as is Abby Ricard. Mello in 5. Seems like Sawyer's been in lane 5 all day today. Ricard in lane 2. Once again, a big shout out to the coach, Coach Brian and Coach Jill here for Seekonk, to the athletic director, John Moran, and to the superintendent, Rich Rollet, for making this possible here, bringing you the live streaming from Pods. I believe the production of these meets, once Seekonk High School opens up again, we'll switch over to the audio video club, but we'll see. I'd like to continue on in that capacity here. As you see, Ricard and Mello finishing up. They got 25 to go. Mello will hand it off to Noah Tadros. Ricard will hand it off to Grace Baldassi. Mello will be first to hand off. Tadros is in the water. Noah is a sophomore. You'll see lane 2, the handoff is complete. Grace Baldassi in the pool here. So when all is said and done here, folks, this swim meet is going to be completed in about 45 to 50 minutes. As you watch Tadros and Baldassi here complete their first 50. They're in the second half of their 100 freeze here this afternoon at Pod Swimming in beautiful, frigid East Providence, Rhode Island. So Baldassi will hand it off to Turan in lane 2, while Tadros hands it off to Chris Strizars here in lane 5. They'll be your anchors. Turan is in the water, as is Strizars. They'll be your anchors here, folks, in this 400-yard freestyle relay. Strizars just competed in the breaststroke about 3 minutes ago. He's back in the water, looking strong in lane 5, as is Turan in lane 2. So you'll see Strizars and Turan have completed their first 50. As Chris in lane 5 has made the turn, he's heading for home here. Outstanding performance from Strizars here this afternoon at Pod Swimming. And we're going to bring you to Caroline Turan, who is in lane 2. She's heading home. A very busy afternoon of swimming for Turan here for your Seekonk High Warriors. She hits the flag. She's going to finish out, and folks, that's going to wrap it up here from Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. So once again, like last week, Coach Cameron will be sending out the results probably later on today or at some point tomorrow. Great job here by all the swimmers this afternoon. So our next meet will be on Friday, February 5th. And that will be most likely here at Pod Swimming. I don't know if the Seekonk High Pool is going to be ready by then. And then the following Friday, February 12th, we will be back at you here. So both of those meets scheduled to be at Pods. All depends on the repairs to the Seekonk High School pool. But once again, we hope you enjoyed our telecast here this afternoon. Once again, Jeremy Abreu signing off. Hope all of you have a wonderful afternoon, and thank you for taking the time to join us. We'll catch you next week.